We needed this to create a new cycle of people who understand the totality of the creation. When you're on that bed, everything goes through the head, even the soul of the man. The reality with many of you in the physical dimension is that the life has become more physical and more physical. As you see on the screen, we are developing more and more technologies for you to see that blue light, to see that light of life through the what I call these systems, to enlighten your soul, to bring you a new dimension, to understand the reality about the creation, where the physicality will have no meaning unless you give it the meaning. The touch of love, the touch of loving a child or a partner, the touch of understanding the smell and the beauty of a flower or an animal. The new systems are there to bring that emotion, that understanding, that what I call the end, the light, the way we most of us see ourselves at the position of death. Do we need to die? Do we need to be afraid of what this and that does to us? Or do we go through a new process of creation? I have taught you many systems. Now I talk to enlighten for you to find a system in your own structure of creation, a connection, maybe what we call interface or adapter between the soul of physicality and the soul of the man, that you become not afraid of any packages of energy or anything will enter your body at a time. So many ways. We are mixing too many things without separating too many things. We are creating too many conditions without actually understanding the condition which we have created for ourselves. We're becoming more physical than what we are asking for, literally, is to go back to the time of Solomon. To go back before him and go back to the time of Mitra and Zoroaster. Go back to the time of the Creator and understanding of the totality. The word, I made man in the image of myself, is not only in the dimension of the light, but is in the dimension of enlightenment too. It's us who has to find that in the dimension of physicality and in the dimension of understanding the light. We are not part of something which has no meaning, and we are not there just to be there. We are part of the process. We are the hinges of connecting one part to the other. At the same time, we are one and the other. As we interact, we interconnect, and we become part of the structure. Maybe in the coming time, maybe in understanding the totality with the introduction of the new knowledge, new ways, new tools we can show you to become better drivers of your soul. Better interactor between the soul of physicality and the soul of the man. They asked the Creator a question. Are you perfect? He said, how can I be perfect when I cannot, when I see and create imperfection in my creatures and created? In so many paths taken to create always the perfection has become even a pain to the Creator. What can you do if you understand, even your creator understand the limitation of dimensions of existence. Mankind soon will come to understand the answer to the question, are you perfect? And even one is perfect, one created what by him has to be perfect, to be continuous, to be the cycle of the creation in totality. We have never spoken in the voice and the language of the creator, but soon you all hear that, as you have heard in the past times. It's for you to understand the totality. It's for you to understand the totality of the creation in the dimension of man's soul as itself, it's part of cycle of the regeneration and interaction of the fields of the universe. It's not that our soul will stay just because we died. Our soul has a lifespan, and in that lifespan has to decide where it wants to be part of and what it wants to be part of. Mankind has reached a point of decision making. And in a way, before it was them, now is all. With what we see and what is on and what is to come, how much more humanity will go the path of physicality. We took the love of God from Rothschilds because of their misconduct. We took the love of God from Jews, and out of them became a misconduct of Rothschilds. And for this, we abolish both at the same time. What this means, it means mankind has been put to a test, not to fail, but to more understand the cycle of the generation of the soul and the interaction of the soul of physicality by totality put together in one dimension. The purpose of the cycle and the pains you go through in this part of the life of this planet is to unify the soul of the man as one. As you all at the same time has come to suffer through the hand of the man. When it was an earthquake, it was somewhere there. When it was a hurricane, it was somewhere there. It had nothing to do with me. It was just piece of news. Now the hurricane is hitting all of us. And this hurricane is not who's going to come out of it well and who does not. In fact, is for the man to unite collectively in that hurricane, to hold hand, to become one, to be able to stand till this hurricane is over. Mankind will not do it in the dimension of the physicality, but mankind can do it through the dimension of the interaction and what we call hold on to through the souls. This is what we call upon the knowledge seekers, to understand and to start acting upon it. We ask you to water every Sunday. And many of you watered on a Sunday, lunchtime and dinner time. Now we give you a new path. Maybe you will understand. Instead of watering the whole, as you all do and you shall do, now try to unite each other's soul. Try to make the soul of the humanity through the knowledge seekers to the level that no one can touch the physicality of the embodiment of the human race. Even though they come in different names and shapes and colors and whatever. What I call upon the knowledge seekers is very simple. We are facing a demise, and collective connection and interaction of the soul of the man with other creatures which we love and carry at home or outside or whatever shape of form, be it a plant or whatever. Try to find a time. Try to find a place. Try to be on regular basis to unite in the dimension of the soul. That mankind elevates the soul of the totality, and we can weather this animosity and this, what I call, horrendous time, which is imposed by those who thought have the power of the finance and the power of to do so. Choose a time. Go back to the time where all of you are at the point of what I call collective calmness. And this time, don't spread the water of Ganges, spread your soul. Interact and unite, that in totality we make a new race out of the soul of the man. This is part of the purposes of the Keshe Foundation teaching. Unification of the souls, that in space and beyond we are interacted, we are all one, and we all manifest as one. This is the only way that all of you and many of you will survive this hurricane, which is now blowing across the winds and the planet and beyond. We are suffering with what we see is happening to mankind, but we understand the solidarity and unification of the soul of the man is the key. Then, once you unite, you will not harm each other as you as part of it to be harmed. And then we go back to the point of one planet, one nation, one race, in a way, one soul. This is the only way the human race will weather this situation, what we see at the moment on this planet. And this is the only way that we see the demise of those who finance such a painful cycle for so many. But we have to understand, when a nation works together, the leaders have no power, even though they thought they protected themselves beyond the castles and the walls and everything else. In so many ways, mankind has to come to the point of understanding the test of what is come now is not, in a way, individual, is to unite the human race. This is the opportunity for knowledge seekers to extend the position and the possession of the work of the soul to become one. Choose a time that all of you, the way you do on Sundays, is the time of uniting the soul of the man. And then you understand. Don't go there for a second till the water of the can is finished. Stay there, that all the cans can stay full all the time. Never be of those who says, I give. Be there to be taken and allow and give the permit to be taken from you if there is a need. No one shall die from no foreign body entry on what we call the table of execution by injection, as it is tradition in the States and the United States. This way, you enhance. This way, the soul of the mankind will become strong enough to protect the soul of the physicality of those who want to be there. No man, no physicality shall be demised if the knowledge seekers understand the whole purpose of this work. Try to understand. Try to organize yourself to become, to be the soul. And then instead of the same time once a week, extend it to all time, the whole year round. Because many of you soon will travel into the depths of the universe, and you cannot wait till the Sunday 6 o'clock comes as I'm in trouble, and today is Sunday 9 o'clock. I have to wait a week in the depth of the space that the soul of the man might be there to help me. the planet Earth shall shine like a star, where the soul of its citizens will shine to all those who are created within the structure of the soul of physicality. You will see and you will understand soon. There is no time better than when mankind sits and he has no time to do with the religion and time and what we call different path. We advise Wednesday, 6 o'clock Central European time in the evening and the morning, where all the nations around the world will come together in the soul. But it has nothing to do with no religion, and it has nothing to do with a path of thinking. In so many paths, mankind has created to be separate and to be better. At 6 o'clock Wednesday Central European time is the time when mankind is equal and the same. Unite your souls and you understand. Extend the souls. Do not sit there, I don't feel, because you're not in touch with it. You just make the physicality available for the time of change. You understand that the totality sits within the strength of the soul of the man. As one race, not man as one individual. Let them throw what they like at us, as we are much stronger than it feels like a pin thrown as a giant. The giant is the unification of the soul of the man together, to become one, to unite for the betterment of humanity. And while you are in that position, elevate the soul of the man in totality. Become those individual magrabs which they link to each other to change the totality. We called it the cluster magrab. If you remember to go back that far, put 1 or 2 or 3 that collectively you reduce and you contribute to the what are called the wealth of the house. Now, those magrabs is your soul. And with it comes the control of it, which is the soul of physicality. Maybe after a few days, choose a Tuesday to do the same. And then the Monday. And then everything else which goes with it. And then extend it to all time, all the time. When I'm not, somebody else is there. It is not a clockwork. It's understanding that the clock never stops and never works without understanding the totality. We come to this point to be here, not just by accident. But as I said, when you don't do it, we force you. When we force you, you kick. But when you do it, you act it. We didn't create the condition of what is today, but we have the opportunity by the misconduct of the others for you to be understanding the totality, and in a way we make the best out of their mistakes. We've seen this behavior. I come from blood of Moses through my mother, but I'm ashamed to carry that blood when I see the same thing happens again and again. We saw what Moses did with those who gave him food and water and grow him up. We saw what happened with the state of Israel. By giving land and everything, they became the same as their, what I call, bloodline. And we've seen the same with Rothschild, where the wealth was given, instead of bringing peace and betterment of man, they chose to go the wrong way. And now they receive their term, the end. And this has been the same in the same blood, and that shall end. But with it, we don't suffer to say we've done wrong too, we've been done wrong too, and blah, blah. but we use it as an opportunity to bring mankind to understand, to unify the soul of the man, to create that one nation, one race. And with it, the soul of the man and the soul of the planet to be one. When one race is the same as one planet soul, then this planet will shine beyond the dimension and become the center of the universe and the position of the Creator. Then the whole of the universe shall see for the first time the presence of the Creator. Maybe it's too far for you to understand, but it's like a light and the sun for us as we know what is about to come. Soon you will understand. It's not being there just to abuse. It had to be there to help, to support. One of the turning points for me was when I saw the picture of Rothschild walking with Mao Zedong in a garden in the hills in China. Then I realized even what we see today as an emperor of what we call the power of China still sits in the hand of Rothschilds, and how they have abused everything beyond. And we've taken the love of God from every soul of that bloodline. Soon you shall see. Instead of uniting, they create a condition that they can create wars, they create conflict, and then with it, try to create condition of power. They created war. The Universal Council became more powerful, and they stopped wars. Now is the responsibility of the Universal Council the same, to stand, to bring all this mayhem to an end. Gradually, step by step, we are opening the responsibility of the souls of the members of the Universal Council. And it's within your power to bring the change. You've been given that power when you physically brought your soul, which was chosen to support the changes, was made available. The true members of the Universal Council have within their power to bring an end to this mayhem. But in a way, is the key to uniting the mankind, to bring the soul of the planet, which is the man's life, with the soul of its physicality, which is the planet itself. One race, one planet, one soul. This is the fundamental act for the manifestation of the Creator. Maybe many of you will understand soon why Earth has been chosen. The old Chinese proverb says, suffering makes a man think, thinking makes the man wise, and the wisdom makes the man rich. And the mankind is going through that process. Become wise and become rich to be the house and the home and the base of the Creator, where it manifests itself in both dimensions. This was the promise and shall be kept. We are not prophets. We are enlightened that knows the path of the Creator to his destination. We are those who carry the torch, that the path is full in understanding of the knowledge for the Creator to find, to be, and to find peace across the universe. We are torches of enlightenment, not messages. We are universal, as we see the whole path for the Creator to understand for those who have created the position and the position of Him as to be part of the same. Maybe today you understand the purpose of the Keshe Foundation. on the name and whatever you have come to, and you will come to, and those of you and those who understand will come to be. We still work in the dimension of physicality, but we have a dimension that today, for the first time, we are unraveled and revealed. Maybe today, many of you will come to understand the purpose of our work. Do not listen to the word, but understand the intellect and the purpose behind it. And then you'll be enlightened. I end the teaching now, because if you understood what was said, you have understood what is to come. And what gift has been given to man through the power of Universal Council. And to understand the responsibility to be correct. And now you understand why those who are misconducted have left the council. And the core of those who are there to serve stays and will grow. It's your responsibility to elevate your soul and not wait for a handout. It's your responsibility to come to understand the work of the creation and the creator. And then it is your responsibility to understand the whole structure will move from this planet to beyond for the whole of the universe. This is why we said the new generation of life will have the whole soul and the soul of physicality together, that they'll be learned by the rest of the, what I call, created things across the universe. The soul of the creator and the soul of Mitra in the dimension of physicality will come together, and mankind will move into a new dimension as one nation, one planet, one race. As the nation of the man is the nation of the creator. Soon you will understand. And with that, you elevate your souls to the point that nothing can touch you, as you are part of what I call understanding and enlightened to the facts and the realities of the creation. Thank you very much for today. And in so many ways, today's teaching is what I call watershed for separation of the man to a good man, and not just for a few, but for all. Thank you very much for being here, and I hope you will understand or understood. Rick, can we break into a break and we come back?
Okay, that sounds good, Mr. Kesh. Thank you very much. So we'll take a few minutes for a commercial break here and be back shortly. Thank you, everyone.